he's a featured member on your All-Thomas Edison.
Well, you're going to start with Ty Lawson. I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Lucas is going to come off my team. Stephon Curry's just the best guard in America. Johnny Flynn, explosive. Darren Collison, great speed, can shoot the three. And I love Pargo, and I love Gonzaga. Let me tell you, Gonzaga's a club to watch. I really believe they're going to make it to the Final Four. They're one of my Final Four teams. I really love the Zags.
Look at those numbers for Ty Lawson. We'll see the Zags. They're part of the Saturday Prime package, and during January and February, we'll see them on a Saturday night out in Spokane against Memphis. It's a great matchup those two schools have with one another. They both play in conferences where they're clearly the top dog, and they're looking for a big, tough game late in the season. They'll play each other in February. 71-43 Carolina here at Ford Field. That has gone silent here in the second half. It is 18-4 Carolina in 8.5 minutes here in the second half.
I really certainly believe that Tom Izzo expected a lot more from this club earlier this year based on what he had returning and based on his feeling about the club. Losing Suton is a big loss, but let us not make Suton is not Tyler Hansbrough.
Right.
He's a very capable player who in their system is somebody they miss.
Foul on Kalen Lucas. Hansbrough has had a very big night. 23 points and 11 rebounds. Roy Williams said this morning and yesterday it was a game-time decision whether Hansbrough would play. He went to Hansbrough 15 minutes before the game, said, "Are you going to play?" And Hansbrough just said one word, "Yep." And then Coach Williams gave Doris Burke the thumbs up, and that's when we knew he was playing. They've rested him or been unable to play him in 4 of the first 7. But against the tougher competition, he's played and played exceedingly well. Walton one-on-one with Ellington. The pull-up from the elbow, too strong. Rebound Gray.
Got to make those little open shots, mid-range jumpers.
Lucas with his first points of the night. It's a long deuce.
Played at St. Mary's, Orchard Lake. We have a good program.
Ellington waited, missed the shot. Lawson with the offensive rebound. It'll be Carolina ball.
You know, Lawson Ellington as a combination. I remember Howard Garfinkel, when they decided to go to North Carolina, he said without a doubt, right from day one, before they ever played one game, Super Garf of 5-star fame said to me they will be one of the great backcourts in basketball. Oh, Jam City. Little Jam City.
Off the inbounds play. Graves from Lawson.
A lot of Spartan fans were really hoping this would be the year that the Spartans would really get it together and make that journey to the Final Four and play right here at home. Wow.
Steal by Thompson. Count the bucket for Lawson. This is unbelievable. I mean, it's one thing for North Carolina to come in here and win, but they are humiliating the Spartans.
Yeah, they're really running up and down the court, just totally dominating. I mean, they got to make them of a pro franchise. I mean, they really do. Look at Rasheed. He said, "Oh, my guys. They're my guys." Look at them dressed in that Carolina blue from out of Philadelphia.
A 30-point lead for the #1 team in the nation.
Place is silent.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you and I were so excited about seeing 2 great games, Purdue and Duke, North Carolina, Michigan State. We talked about it. We were pumped up. We had notes. But I'm telling you, we have seen 2 M&M's total mismatches.
Allen misses the 3. Saved by Rowe into the hands of Thompson. Lawson out ahead of the pack. Lucas goes back and picks it off.
You know, the Big Ten really has not been super from top to bottom the last few years.
You're right. Allen knocks one down. He started hot tonight and then cooled off for a while before knocking that one down. So Chris Allen now is 16.
2005, North Carolina won the national championship, beating Michigan State, Big Ten, and then they beat Illinois. A really outstanding Illinois team.
Thompson hasn't knocked away. Here come the Spartans looking for a little bit of a spark here. Lucas, no. Follow, no. Carolina ball with numbers at the other end.
Run. Look at the way they get out. I mean, there's nobody getting back. If I'm Tom Izzo now, I got to be totally upset with the effort in getting back defensively in transition.
Is it effort? Is it fatigue? What is it? But Michigan State is getting beaten up and down the floor on a consistent basis.
It's just unbelievable talent on the other side as well.
Lob inside and the finish for Summers, the assist to Allen.
I think the one positive here has certainly been a little bit of a spark from Summers and Allen.
Yep. And again, this is Michigan State. Jay Billis talked about it at halftime. They'll get Suton back. They're going to be a very, very good team. They're getting tested here. They're getting blown out here by the #1 team in the nation as Ellington lays it in. But this is how Tom Izzo can find out where his team needs to improve, how far they need to go to be considered one of the elite teams in the nation.
They don't seem to be playing with that confidence, and I think that was taken out of them when they were really shell-shocked by Maryland. I really do. When that game down there getting beat by 18, I think it really took so much out of them emotionally. And this is going to be a little tough one for them to come back from. Psychologically, losses like this really weigh on you. You start saying, well, you know what? We're not as good as we think.
They beat a good team at Oklahoma State the day after the Maryland loss. They beat a rebuilding team at Wichita State, but this is a huge step up tonight, and they have not answered the bell.
I'll tell you one thing. One of my favorite players of all time wore that uniform, Irvin Magic Johnson. They didn't come any better in terms of a guy. Somebody asked me, who would you love to coach? If I had a coach, and one guy I would love to coach was Magic, because he never moaned, didn't pout, didn't sulk, loved playing. He was the kind of guy like Ernie Banks used to say, hey, let's play two every day.
A smile on his face.
Magic would like to play all day long with a smile, and he'd play any place. I don't know if he's a point guard, second guard, scorer, rebounder. All I know is this: he's a winner.
His team won more often than anybody else.
He's a winner.
4 subs coming in between free throws for Roy Williams. Such a deep team. You look at the second unit once Ginyard gets healthy. Guys like Frazier and Ginyard and Davis, the freshman, Drew, the freshman. If Tyler Zeller were healthy, I mean, their second unit
could be top 25.
Yeah,
top 25. Yeah. Jimmy Boeheim disagreed with me. Jimmy Boeheim told me on the phone when I had made that statement to you. I had said on the air when we saw them against Kentucky, I said their second 5 could be top 25 in America. Boeheim the next day told me top 25. As you look at Mr. Zeller here in the corner, he said top 25. Forget about it. They could be top 10.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
really?
He said. Jimmy said top 10.
Zeller
I like
broke
that
his
Syracuse
wrist in
team.
a game against Kentucky. We'll see Syracuse against Memphis on the 20th of this month. Here's Davis, and what a spark he has had as a freshman. Again, with Hansbrough missing some games, Zeller breaking the wrist. Davis has gotten a ton of minutes, and he's played very, very well.
You know, you talk about great backcourts. I love that backcourt as he fouled out of the game. I love that backcourt when you think about Devin North and you think about Routins and certainly Johnny Flynn.
Wow.
That's a legitimate big-time backcourt.
Well,
and I love the inside player.
Yeah.
You know how much I love him.
Arinze Onuaku.
Onuaku is so strong. Onuaku, they don't get him the ball enough. They don't get him enough touches inside, the big, strong guy.
Syracuse at home against Cornell tonight, and won that game 31 in a row for Syracuse over Cornell.
Well, they're supposed to beat Cornell. Come on. They're supposed to beat Cornell. They're not going to beat them in a debating match, though. I'll tell you that right now. That's Ivy League, my friend. That's Ivy League.
Allen misses the 3, and over the back for the foul is Delvon Rowe to take us to a timeout. Carolina is putting a beating on Michigan State here in downtown Detroit.
Right now, Kia is making it even easier to get into a new car by